Hello, this is Arturelia Anime Room Reviews. I'm Arturo, and today I'll be reviewing Scrap Princess was an anime that looked pretty interesting, and it looked almost like Fullmetal Alchemist, and it's actually made by the same company that did Fullmetal Alchemist. However, what do I think about Scrap Princess? Was it a good anime, or was it something not that great? Well, today I will be reviewing Scrap Princess. Let's go.
You old folks sure wake up early.
Shut up already.
The story is about a young girl who is a princess, but was scrapped by her father when she was a baby. However, she now has two step-siblings, a brother and a sister. After their parents died, they went on the road to escape from people who want to kill the princess because they say that she'll bring destruction to the planet if she continues to live, and thus everyone is on the hunt for her. So they travel the road together to protect her. They will meet new people and also encounter some enemies along the way and supernatural beings that aren't from this earth. Overall, I really enjoyed the story. It was an interesting story. It had weird supernatural stuff, but besides that, really interesting. I even got my granddad to watch it, and he enjoyed it. It also kind of taught you about life and all that. Just, you would have to watch to understand. It was funny, then it would be serious. So you get like a bit of humor here and there, and then some dark moments. So yeah, it was an interesting show. The soundtrack was pretty good from what I can remember. The opening is good, but it doesn't seem to fit an anime opening. And the ending, it's good too. The style is kind of like Fullmetal Alchemist, like I mentioned, and it was made by the same people, like I mentioned. I think the art style is pretty good, nice and detailed for the characters. Now, as for the characters, it has been a while since I've watched this show, but here's what I can remember. There are a lot of characters in this show, those that are interesting, and then there are the villains that are just extremely annoying. Some have their reasons for doing stuff, etc., etc. But I'll go through at least the three main characters. Specifica is the scrapped princess. She can be bratty, but also kind, and sometimes kind of bullies her older brother, her stepbrother, in a sense. Yeah, she has her moments here and there. Either you can find her a bit annoying or just hilarious of how she acts, but she does care for those who seem to get hurt because people are after her. She really can't hold her own. She's like, yes, Princess Peach. And she can't defend herself from the bad guys, but she loves her stepbrother and sister. And she really tries her best to help out in situations. And then you have her stepbrother, Shannon. He is very skillful with his sword and has a temper sometimes, but he protects his little stepsister from danger. He has funny moments, but mostly they're serious ones. He has a moment with one character, but I won't go into detail because that's spoiler territory. And then at some point he does get a powerful being to help out. Won't go much into detail, but yeah, he's a pretty cool character. Raquel is the stepsister of Pacifica and sister to her brother. She is pretty strong and holds magical powers. She is mostly cheerful and protects Pacifica, and sometimes has to save her, like her brother. And they basically can hold their own. And sometimes she's just mostly cheerful, besides her brother. Very kind and collective and calm. Overall, these characters are very interesting, along with the others too. The villains have this, they have their reasons for what they're doing. You may find them annoying. And the side characters too are very interesting. They also play some part, or at least most of the time they play a part in the plot, here and there. Especially this guy, where he gets involved in this situation, even though he was hunting Pacifica. But in a lot of ways, I like these characters. The villain's sinister, yes, but yeah. As for my enjoyment, I really enjoyed Scrap Princess. It wasn't a bad anime. As soon as I started watching it a few years ago, I just kept watching it and watching it and watching it and watching it. And when I got my granddad into it, I saved the final episode with him. Both watched it together and he enjoyed it. It was a blast. I really got into the characters who were traveling through places and encountering danger along the way. A humorous character in here was this guy, I can't remember his name, but he was pretty humorous and he tries to have this sort of relationship with Pacifica. Whether or not it goes anywhere, I will not spoil it, but you will just have to see. Yeah, I was hooked from beginning to end. This show is really entertaining. And even the beings in here have an interesting backstory in how this planet works. In the end, it had some very good episodes, and I would say you will definitely enjoy it. From its humor moments to some serious moments, I think you would really enjoy this anime.
Wow, that's great! I love that kind of backtalk. I think we're gonna be friends. Huh?
Scrap Princess was a very, very good anime. And if you like Full Metal Alchemist, you will probably like this show too. Not to mention the voice actors, they did a really good job. Crispin Freeman, while you may know him for Alucard and the guy from Fate Stay Night, or just anything, while he does play serious roles, this was more of his humorous but also serious role. And he's very good in here. He fits the character. All the voice actors did a great job. Definitely great voice acting here. The story is really good. The animation's nice. The characters are very interesting. It was a good show. I really liked it. Or a great one at that. I am going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. It is leading up to being awesome. It is great. And leading up to being awesome. At the same time, definitely something worth your time. If you're even into anime to begin with. Well, I can't really recommend something that has to do with princesses, so sadly I can't think of what I could recommend that relates to this. If you want something of medieval times, I mean, I really don't know. I would rather point Full Metal Alchemist because it is made by the same people, the original Full Metal Alchemist. I would rather point you to that. There are some shows out there with magic. Well, maybe this one. I don't even know what it's called, but yeah. Well, this is Arturelia Anime Room Reviews signing off.